Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Thursday means it's Fishbowl Thursday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and this week we are heading to Pauper for a deck that is super cheap, even by Pauper standards, 21 bucks, 2 ticks, so like free essentially on Magic Online, and incredibly spicy. This is Axebane Alchemist Wombo Combo. Comes to us from DJ Hot Enchilada, so thank you DJ Hot Enchilada for submitting a super cool deck. If you want your own deck considered for a future edition of Fishbowl Thursday, make sure to leave a link in the comments, or you can send me an email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Anyway, let's talk Axebane Alchemist for Modern, and the main idea of this deck is to combo off using Axebane Guardian, so 3 mana 0/3 Defender, taps to add a mana of any combination of colors that we choose, where X is the number of creatures with Defender we control. So Axebane Guardian itself taps for 1 mana, but if we have a bunch of creatures with Defender, it can tap for 3 mana, 4 mana, 10 mana, depending on how many creatures with Defender we have. So how do you combo off with this card? We're not just looking to use this as like a really big but not very aggressive mana dork. The plan here is to soul bond it with Galvanic Alchemist. So Galvanic Alchemist, 3 mana, 1/4, soul bond, so you pair it with a creature when it enters the battlefield, and the ability it gives itself and whatever it's bonded with is to pay 2 and a blue and untap that creature. So you probably see how this works. If we can soul bond Galvanic Alchemist with Axebane Guardian, all we need to do is have enough creatures with Defender on the battlefield that Axebane Guardian can tap for more than 3 mana, and we can make infinite mana. So we tap it for 4, let's say, because we have 4 creatures with Defender, use Galvanic Alchemist to untap it, do it again, do it again, do it again, infinite mana, win the game. So the next step is making sure we have enough creatures with Defender on the battlefield. So for this, we have Gate Creeper Vine and Wall of Roots, which are not only creatures with Defender, so our deck is super good at blocking on the ground, big butted creatures, but they also add more mana to help speed up the deck, make a little extra mana as we go along, play our stuff a little bit quicker. So those are Defenders number 1. Defender number 2, after our combo pieces, is Mnemonic Wall, which is actually super sweet in this deck because it lets us get back our stuff for value. We have a bunch of instants and sorceries that help us kind of cycle through the deck to find our combo pieces. We can get them back for even more value. We are not a Mnemonic Wall combo deck. We're not looking to do the Ghostly Flicker trick. No. We are going way spicier than that. Our final wall is Drift of Phantasms, or Creature with Defender. I guess it's not technically a wall, but the thing about Drift of Phantasms is we can't just play it to add an extra mana with our Axebane Guardian, but it also combos up both of our combo pieces, since we can transmute it, search for something that costs 3, so 3 mana, discard it, get an Axebane Guardian, get a Galvanic Alchemist, so it adds a lot of consistency to our combo, since if we have one piece in hand, we can use Drift of Phantasms to get the other piece that we're missing. So what are we doing with all this mana? Assuming we can use our Drift of Phantasms to tutor up our Guardian, get the Alchemist on the battlefield, soul bond them up, have a bunch of walls so we're tapping for infinite mana. The plan here is to Pyromatics our opponent out of the game. So Pyromatics is 2 mana, and it deals 1 damage to a creature or player. However, it has Replicate. So when you cast Pyromatics, you can pay the Replicate cost any number of times. So in our deck, we're looking at paying it 40 times, 60 times, 1,000,000 times. You choose the number. We can make infinite mana and basically just storm our opponent out of the game. We're not storming because we don't got to cast all the spells in the turn, but that's kind of how it feels. We're like infinite mana grape shotting our opponent with Pyromatics. So that is our big finish. Model the Mixture is super sweet because it's extra copies of Pyromatics. We can transmute, just like we were talking about with Drift of Phantasms, to find Pyromatics to finish the game. Also gives us some defense. If our opponent's going to try to kill our walls, our Axebane Guardian with a lightning bolt or something like that, we can use Muddle the Mixture to counter it. If we don't need to counter something, tutor up the Pyromatics. Counter spell just as a hard counter. Otherwise, Forbidden Alchemy, Thought Scour, just helps us cycle through our deck and find our pieces. Just making sure that we can find our combo pieces as efficiently and quickly as possible. Finally, for defense, we have 4 copies of Fog just to fizzle the attacks from our opponent, help us buy a little bit of time to stay alive, to set up our combo, get enough walls on the battlefield to win the game. Mana base, Thornwood Falls, Forest, and Island. Pretty straightforward Pauper mana base. As far as the sideboard, a bunch more removal. Electrickery, another Pyromanics to sweep away a bunch of little creatures. Journey to Nowhere to kill big creatures. Plummet for flyers. Defend the Hearth and Nature's Claim. Defend the Hearth, give us some more Fog action. Can never have too many Fogs, apparently. Nature's Claim for artifacts and enchantments. Thought Scour, really weird sideboard card. I'm not really sure why you would play Thought Scour in the sideboard, but it is another cantrip. It is a very strong card. It's just an odd card to have in your sideboard, because typically if you want this effect, you want it in the main deck. So I'm not really sure what the matchup is where you're supposed to bring in Thought Scour. Might be better to find room in the main deck. Another counterspell for more defense, and that is Axebane Alchemist for Pauper, and that's been our Fishbowl Thursday instant deck tech for this week. So again, if you want your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday, leave that link in the comments, send me that email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to DJ Hot Enchilada for sending in the deck. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.